Hey, it's time to learn more about Rootstech London. They've just released some new information and we've got it. Today we are talking with Tara Bergeson. She is the program director over there at Rootstech. And we're going to jump into that in just a moment. But if this is your first time here at Genealogy TV, let me tell you who I am. My name is Connie Knox. I am a lifelong genealogist here to help you go further, faster, and factually with your family research. Please make sure you subscribe and ring the bell so that you don't miss a thing. Now, I would like to point out that this is not sponsored by Rootstech. I am just presenting this information because it's a great learning opportunity, not to mention a whole lot of fun. So, if you haven't seen the previous episode I did on Rootstech a few weeks ago, that was an interview with Tyler Stahle. I'll leave a flag up here for you. Make sure you check that one out as well. Also, we're going to be talking today about the courses and some of the information and some more speakers that was not previously announced. So we're also going to talk about the passes, the virtual and or otherwise in person. There's great opportunities even if you can't attend Rootstech in person. So special discount code. Stick around for that because there's a special discount code just for Genealogy TV viewers. All the information will be in the show notes underneath the video here on the YouTube channel as well as at genealogytv.org. All right, we're going to jump into it right now. Well, welcome to Genealogy TV. This is your first appearance here on Genealogy TV, and we're so glad you're here.
Great. Well, thank you for having me. It's always fun to do these things.
So from what I understand, you are the gal in charge of all the speakers and conferences and all that. Tell me exactly what all you're responsible for.
Right. So I can't claim all the credit. I do have an individual that helps me, and she does an amazing job. But yeah, her and I combined cover all of the speakers, the program, which includes all of the schedule. So, in Salt Lake, we have over 300 classes. In London, we're having over 150 classes. We put that schedule together and try and balance it. We also handle all of the registration for attendees at both conferences and the check-in of those attendees. And then we help manage all of the customer service for Rootstech as well.
And you sleep when?
We have a small job.
When do you sleep?
Well, that's not part of my job description, so I'm not sure I do sleep.
That's too funny. All right, so a couple of weeks ago, we were talking to Tyler.
Yes.
And he was giving us the scoop on Donny Osmond being one of the keynote speakers there. Yeah. And just for the folks at home, a reminder that we're talking about Rootstech London, which is October 24th to the 26th, and I understand Donny Osmond is speaking on the 26th.
Yes.
So, any other tidbits you can share with me? Any new news from Rootstech?
Well, the newest news that we have is we just released our full schedule. So you can go to rootstech.org, select London, and see that schedule. We have classes covering pretty much the entire world. Classes in Asia for India and Chinese. We have classes on Welsh and Irish and German and France and Spain and Portugal, the Caribbean. I mean, we are covering the entire world for our sessions in London. It's pretty exciting.
Wow. How many sessions are you guys doing?
In London, we'll have over 150 sessions, and those are just our regular classes. We'll also be offering classes on 2 stages in the exposition hall.
Wow. One of the cool things about these conferences is, and one of the things that Tyler and I kind of glossed over quickly in the last episode was the fact that you guys have an exhibit hall that looks like it's going to be pretty big.
Right. We have found with Rootstech Salt Lake, and we know and believe this wholeheartedly, that the exhibition hall is really the heartbeat of the conference. You can feel the excitement within those vendors and the people that are there to interact with them. It's just, there's always something new and different going on there. So it's really fun to see the attendees walking through there and the excitement that it brings. Most of them come to those classes, but that exhibition hall just pulls them in. It's great.
And you can never spend enough time there. No. It's like, you're like a kid in a candy shop.
Right.
Ooh, there's books over here, and ooh, there's software over here, and ooh, let's go talk to this person.
Well, and we, as we plan our schedule, try to make sure that there's enough time that people can take advantage of the classes that we offer, but also feel like they have plenty of time to wander that exhibition hall, because it is important to know and to get to understand those vendors and what they're offering and how they can help you find your family.
That's why it's great to stretch your legs too between classes.
Yeah, yes, definitely. Grab a cookie or something.
Let's talk about the classes. So you have a lot of countries represented at Rootstech London. So kind of, is there any way that beyond that really kind of separates Rootstech London from Rootstech now Salt Lake City? I guess we should start referring to it.
We have learned through Rootstech Salt Lake, and we're going into our 10th sessions for Rootstech Salt Lake here for 2020, that we have a formula that works. And so while the formula works, we're taking that formula and applying it to Rootstech London, but we're making Rootstech London available for those people in the European countries, Africa, in the Asian countries. We want to make sure that even if they can't attend Rootstech Salt Lake, that we're bringing Rootstech Salt Lake to them. So we've kept the formula, the keynote speakers, the sessions, the exhibition hall, those kinds of things, some minor events that we're going to have. But then we're making all of that applicable to those people in those areas. So if they've been to Rootstech Salt Lake, they'll see a similar format. Mm-hmm. But again, those classes, the exhibition hall, and everything about Rootstech London will be about the European areas.
So let me ask you this, and I imagine you must be an organized lady to put all this together. So people that are attending, I think Tyler said briefly that all of these classes are going to be in English.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, since we are in London and this is our inaugural season, translation can be a huge cost, as well as just ensuring that we have good translation is very difficult. So we're only doing things in English, but we're definitely open to recommendations of languages that people would be interested in, and they can always send those suggestions to us. We want to hear from people. We want to know what they want. So info@rootstech.org is our email address, and those come directly to me. So please send them in.
Oh, you may be sorry you told everybody about it. No. Okay, so got any scoop that you can give us on the speakers? Who's going to
Well, we do have Nick Barrett coming, and he is very popular in the UK. So we are excited to have him come and to partake in the wonderful Rootstech event. We've had him in Salt Lake, and he does an amazing job. So we're really excited to have him. We'll have some other big, well-known people as well that will be talking about DNA, stories, some very specific areas like Welsh and the English county, as well as other records that are available there. So can't let too much out of the bag, right?
So true. Let's talk about, okay, so this is near and dear to my heart. Any of the Scandinavian countries represented there?
We do have some Scandinavian classes. We'll have one that's an overview of the Scandinavian ones, so that you can understand from a beginner's point of view what you're looking for in those areas. We'll have some others that actually cover the full Nordic region, so Norway and those kinds of countries. Yeah, Scandinavian's huge. That's mine too. So
yeah,
make sure that we're covering those areas.
Absolutely. Let me ask you this. The virtual pass, I understand there's going to be some virtual opportunities. How many of these classes are going to be offered in the virtual pass?
So we're actually going to offer probably 2 different virtual passes. Mm-hmm. And right now we're planning on recording 15 sessions for each of those different virtual passes. So there'll be like a standard or a basic pass for those that are just getting started. And then we're looking at having a premium, which will have a little bit more intermediate to advanced level classes. And we'll be releasing more information about virtual passes in the future. Like I said, we just barely finished getting that schedule done and out. So now we're moving on to the next steps of deciding exactly what we need to put in those virtual passes to make sure that we can impact the broader audience that we anticipate.
I want to think that the virtual pass was new this past spring, was it not?
It was new starting with Rootstech Salt Lake 2019. Yeah, that was the first time we offered it, and it was a huge success. Mm-hmm. We're still seeing some successes from that. And so we're trying it for London too.
Why not?
That's right.
Now, let me ask you this on the virtual options. Is there a one-off option? If somebody just wants to take one class, one virtual recording, is that possible? I'm just asking.
That's a great question. And we're not actually offering it to that degree. We're offering it as a bundle. But our pricing, we think, is really, really competitive and will be easy for people to take advantage of those 15 or 30 classes, or depending on which one they purchase.
So let me ask you, if of all the courses that you're teaching, I know you're a busy lady, but if you have the opportunity to take them, which ones are you going to take?
Oh boy, that one's always tough for me because we have so many amazing classes. But lately, I've actually been reading a DNA book. And so that one has really caught my eye. I'm very curious about some of the DNA things that are coming out. Johnny Pearl with his DNA painter is very intriguing to me. So I'm one that would probably not focus on records so much, although we have some fun ones that one of the titles is, I think, English Bumpkins. And to me, I'm one of those that loves a good title and description, and whether it applied to me or not would probably go and listen to it just because I love people's stories. So I would definitely be in some of those genealogy classes that we'll be offering. Debbie Kennett and Johnny Pearl, as well as Angie Bush and Diane Southard, will be presenting. And then, of course, some of just our fun one-off ones. I'm not big on just dates. I love the stories. So anything to do with stories and fun things we can find out about our ancestors that way.
So I have to ask you, I mean, your job to find these speakers is a big one. So what criteria do you go through in order to figure out which speakers and classes to bring to Rootstech every time?
You know, I do a lot of research. My team teases me regularly about the amount of research that I do to ensure that I understood the demographics and the culture setup, especially in Europe. I even had like Venn diagrams to understand the difference between the Nordic countries and the Scandinavian countries, because I really truly want to put myself in Europe and understand the troubles and the concerns that they're going through. So I spend a lot of time doing research and reading articles and following people that are over there and getting to know what is needed. And then when we go through our speaker process, we actually ask for a video of our speakers. And not a lot of genealogy conferences do that. And we've received a little bit of flack, but let me tell you, it tells me a lot about a presenter. The videos that we ask for are not typically anything to do with their class. In fact, we just had one submitted for Rootstech Salt Lake, and the question was, teach us something. It doesn't have to be genealogy related, and the individual actually taught us how to juggle. I still can't juggle. But at the same time, I juggle enough balls. I don't need to learn how to juggle. The idea is that it gives us a face-to-face mini interview with that person, and helps us get to know them and know if, can they actually truly teach, or are they just reading from a talk or something?
Yeah.
So we get to see a little bit about them personally, which has really helped our conference a lot in bringing in some good presenters.
So how long have you been doing this?
Well, I've been involved with Rootstech from the beginning. But as far as actually being a part of the team and going through these processes, this is my 5th year with them. So I'm working on my 6th Rootstech conference, and London is included in that 5th year. So yeah.
So let me ask you this: how many? I don't know. Let's just say percentage-wise that you guys anticipate is coming from, say, the UK area. Mm-hmm. And how many folks do you think might actually come to to the UK to come to London from the United States?
So right now, the majority of our registrations are coming from the UK itself. So we have about 70% of our overall attendees that are coming from somewhere within the UK. And believe it or not, the second top place that people are coming from are from the US. And that actually accounts for probably about 15% of our registrations right now is people flying to London from the US.
Well, you know, in the last episode, I was saying it's a great travel opportunity. First of all, London in October, if you haven't been to London in October, I have, and it is just gorgeous. The leaves are starting to change. I mean, it's just beautiful that time of year. And I'm trying to remember, I was there, I think, a week earlier than this particular conference, but boy, the weather is just nice, and it was just, when I was there many, many moons ago, it was beautiful that time of year. So,
that's great.
it's a great travel opportunity. It's a great research opportunity. If somebody wants to go spend several weeks over there, tromping around in the libraries and the archives or whatever, chasing their family who's jumped the pond, and then go to the conference, or go to the conference first and then do some research afterwards. But boy, that just sounds like a blast. Okay.
Yeah. I'm excited. My husband has never actually been to London, so this is a great opportunity to take him. But my great-grandfather actually played in Sherwood Forest. And so I'm excited to go back and see where he actually played and see his childhood home and kind of get to know him on a different level. So it's exciting.
Well, I hope you're taking some free time after the conference so you can go goof around and not have to worry about the conference, because I imagine ahead of time it's going to be a nightmare.
Right.
Going to make sure everything's all set at the last minute.
We all are taking about a week to try and regroup, but really, because it's at the end of October, beginning November, we are running right back into Rootstech Salt Lake, which will be the following February. So we will be busy, but yes, we're all taking some time to explore and see some sites while we're over there.
I imagine putting this schedule together is a bit of a puzzle because you've got like multiple things going on all at the same time, right? How many classes are being taught all like simultaneously?
Right. So we have 12 classrooms for Rootstech London that are all going on simultaneously. 2 of those are recording rooms. And then we have 5 sessions being taught each day. So yeah, we have about 60 classes being taught every single day.
Every conference I ever go to, it's just like, I wish I could clone myself because I want to go to that one and that one at the same time. Now, how do you, so what I end up doing is I buy the virtual pass half the time. Excuse me. I'll buy the virtual pass and then go to the one that's not being recorded.
Right,
so
sure.
I can be there in person and then watch the one that's on video. But the ones that, of course, are on video are usually the really popular ones. So especially the DNA courses. I'm assuming that some of the DNA courses will be in the virtual pass. Tell me yes.
Yes, of course they will be.
Thank you. So, all right. So if people want to learn about the schedule and the conference and registration information, tell us where to go.
Sure. So you just go to rootstech.org, and at the top you'll have an option to select Salt Lake or London. For London, that's where you want to go, and you'll be able to click and view the schedule. Like I said, we just posted that, so go ahead and look through it. You can filter that schedule if you're looking specifically for Irish classes or DNA. You'll be able to filter that and see when those classes are taught. And then, of course, there's a register button right there at the top, so you can register. We do have a promo code for your watchers, your viewers.
Yes, we'll get to that in just a second. But I do have a question for you. Yeah. So let's pretend somebody is interested in Irish ancestry. So on your course schedule, are there multiple Irish things happening at the same time, or are they like a track that you can follow that are broken up? Like you can do, if that's all you want is Ireland, you can just go Ireland.
So we have done just tracks where if you want to just come for the day that we're teaching Irish, we have just put them in a linear fashion. So you can just go to one Irish class after another. Mm-hmm. We might have a smaller Irish class. Maybe it was a very specific class. So there might be 2 taught at the same time. but we have made them in track form. So we have Irish and Welsh, and a lot of the ones that I talked about earlier, Jewish, German, French. So you can look and see when those specifically are. In fact, we have a blog post coming out that will even be more beneficial, so you can look and see what days those are and how to attend a specific track if that's what you're interested in.
Fabulous. I would imagine that would be very valuable to some.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we get to the discount code, which we will here in just a second, just a reminder for those who have not seen the previous episode that I did with Tyler, you have a 3-day pass and a 1-day pass. Do you want to talk about that?
Sure. So both of our pass options are all inclusive. So what that means is once you purchase that pass, it includes the keynote, it includes the sessions or the classes, as well as the exhibition hall and any events that we may be holding that day. So the 3-day pass includes Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of the event. And again, over 150 sessions, 3 keynotes, 3 fabulous keynotes. Like we mentioned, Donny Osmond will be there on Saturday. And then, of course, you can attend the exhibition hall, which will be, I promise, it is literally the heartbeat. It's vibrant. It's exciting. There is true energy coming out of that exhibition hall. And then the 1-day pass you can select for either just Thursday, just Friday, or just Saturday. And you get all of those things for that particular day. So if you can only take 1 day off of work, or you have to work schedules out with kids and family and those kinds of things, you can still come and enjoy for 1 day.
Excellent. Well, you answered my next question, which was, could you pick an individual day, or is it just Saturday? But
No.
Awesome. So, all right, for those at home, the folks at Rootstech have so graciously given us a discount code that gets you 10% off any of the passes.
Correct.
Rootstech at pretty much any time, as long as they're still on sale. The 3-day pass, the 1-day pass, or the virtual pass, that gets you 10% off. And the discount code is GenTV. I'll put that on the screen for everybody. I'll also put it in the show notes. And I'll probably put it on the blog, too. So, what did I miss? Any other speakers that you can tell us about that you have at this point? Keynote speakers, anybody I miss?
Wow. Well, so we will have Steve Rockwood, who is Family Search's CEO. He will be speaking one of the days. And you know what? I love to listen to Steve. He really is inspiring and tells some amazing stories, even about his own family history. So he will be great to come and listen to find out where the industry is going and different things like that. And then, of course, Donny Osmond is our big one on Saturday. So if you want to come and can only join us for Saturday, you'll be well in for a wonderful treat with Donny coming.
Let me ask you this. Rootstech was originally born as a technology kind of conference for family history, yes?
Yeah. Yes.
So is there still that component in the London conference?
You bet. So Rootstech was born because we saw a huge need to get the genealogists and those in the tech world together. Genealogy is a multi-billion-dollar industry, but it's kind of lives in the archives and in the dark, right? And we need to bring those things out of those areas and make them available for more and more people. And the way you can do that is getting those technology people involved with the family history side. So as Rootstech has grown and developed, we've done a lot of things with technology over the years. We used to have a full summit that was just for those in the technology industry. We've moved away from that, but we still combine the two. So we have a lot of classes about cloud storage and innovation ideas. We have an individual coming who he is talking about how to get children involved and how important it is to get them involved, and the technology you can use, whether it be artificial intelligence or virtual reality, to help children get involved. One of the things I love, and my team likes to tease me about this video, but Microsoft has a video out there about where they're using their droids and AI to reconstruct historical sites. And to me, that is so important for our family history, right? Google offers classes where they have VR glasses that you can go and tour different places around the world for children. And these are things that help us discover our family and discover who we are. And we can walk down the street that our grandparents lived and yet never leave our home. And so technology is still such an important key player in the family history and genealogy world. And we really try to bring them together at Rootstech, whether at Rootstech London or at Rootstech Salt Lake. So yes, you will see classes definitely in Rootstech Salt Lake about technology and how it is improving and helping grow the family history industry.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
I mean, really, you know, it's kind of like taking Google Earth and taking it to a whole new level, right?
It is.
You can actually walk down the street and see some of the old buildings and stuff. I've kind of mimicked it in some of my videos occasionally, but boy, not like you guys are doing that they're going to be demonstrating there. So that's awesome. So there's a little something for the geeks in the audience to check out as well. Probably a little something for everybody. Did I miss anything?
I don't think so. You know, that is one thing unique about Rootstech is we really try to appeal to a broad audience. We want to bring people in that get excited with photos and stories and help them understand how those photos and stories have also helped create the person that they are today, to help their knowledge grow, to let them learn more about themselves. And that really is what family history is. We're creating our family history today. And so we really try to appeal to that broad audience.
Beautiful. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time today to come talk to us about Rootstech London. It just sounds like an absolute blast. I said that in the last episode. I'm still saying it. Sounds like you guys are going to have a really good time.
We are super excited. It's a new adventure for us as a team, but we're definitely excited to come and to share all of the knowledge and the fun that we have.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tara, for the interview and all of the great information. Don't forget, you can find all that at rootstech.org/London. And you know what? There's links in the show notes below, so check that out. Well, that's all I've got for you today, but I did leave you some other episodes that are chosen especially for you, so check those out as well. Okay, until next time, keep on climbing your family tree.